smoke that rises, soft and high, carving secrets through the sky. Heaven breathes in scented flame and speaks the world without a name. Incense is the bridge of scent and spirit within spellcraft, a sacred medium where physical smoke becomes symbolic language. Known in mystical traditions as the smoke of the heavenly, incense is not merely fragrance released into air, but intention made visible through rising vapor. In esoteric understanding, smoke is the most liminal of elements. It is neither solid nor fully formless, existing in constant transformation. It ascends, disperses, and dissolves. Because of this, incense is often associated with communication between realms of awareness. It connects thought and prayer, intention and release, presence and mystery. Each scent carries its own symbolic resonance. Resinous incense, such as frankincense, is often linked to elevation, clarity, and sacred focus. Earthy blends evoke grounding and ancestral remembrance, while floral smoke is associated with emotional opening. In this way, incense becomes a language without words, one that the senses interpret before the mind translates. To engage with smoke of the heavenly is to begin with intention. The practitioner does not merely light incense, they awaken it. The act of ignition marks transition, from potential to expression, from stillness to movement, from thought to offering. As the flame touches the incense, it is understood as transformation. Fire initiates change, smoke carries it. What was once material becomes message. The drifting vapor carries the practitioner's will into the unseen. Rise, O veil of sacred air, carry thought from here to there. What is spoken, what is meant, let it travel, pure, unbent. In mystical practice, incense is often used to define ritual space. The drifting smoke marks boundaries not through solidity, but atmosphere. It signals a shift in perception, inviting awareness into a more receptive or focused state. The environment becomes thicker with intention. Reality itself slows to allow attention to deepen. Smoke is also seen as a carrier of prayer and intention. In symbolic frameworks, it ascends because it is unburdened. Released from form, it naturally returns to the subtle layers of awareness. Thus, incense becomes a gesture of offering, releasing desire, gratitude, or intention into the unseen. However, its meaning is not only upward. As smoke disperses, it teaches impermanence. Nothing held within it remains fixed. Every shape dissolves. Every pattern fades. In this way, incense becomes a reminder that all intention must eventually release its form. Genus Lucis, drift and climb. Carry me beyond all time. Not in grasp, but in release. Let all tension turn to peace. In deeper interpretation, incense is also linked to breath. Just as smoke rises outward, breath moves inward and outward within the body. The practitioner is reminded that ritual smoke and living breath are reflections of the same principle: exchange between worlds. When used in meditation or spellcraft, incense helps stabilize attention. The drifting motion draws awareness into gentle focus. It becomes a moving point of contemplation, allowing thought to settle and perception to widen. It is a guide for the mind. Yet its greatest teaching is subtle. Transformation is always occurring, even in stillness. Nothing remains unchanged when observed. When the burning ceases and smoke fades, nothing is lost. It has only returned to invisibility, merging with the sacred air. And in that fading, the final understanding remains. The journey does not end, it simply transforms into the unseen. What rises returns to sky. What becomes will never die. In scent, in flame, in drifting art, the heavenly lives within the heart.